Okay, so I need to be real with you right now. Today is not going to be a normal day. And I know that sounds like something people say, but I genuinely mean it. Something rare is unfolding in the sky right now, and it's energy. You've probably already been feeling it. This soft, almost dreamlike pull, like something inside you is trying to open. Like the walls between you and what you truly feel are suddenly thinner than they've ever been. Does that resonate? Here's what's happening. Tonight, March 31st, the moon in Scorpio at 18 degrees is forming a perfect trine with Neptune in Pisces at 18 degrees. And when I say perfect, I mean exact. Same degree. Zero separation. And when I say trine, I mean one of the most harmonious, flowing, almost magical alignments the sky can offer. If you've been feeling unusually emotional today, unusually sensitive, like you can almost sense what people are feeling before they say it, stay with me. There is a very specific astrological reason that's happening, and I'm going to break it all down for you. But first, I need to explain why 3 specific zodiac signs are about to experience something tonight that feels less like coincidence and more like contact with something beyond ordinary life. Because while this alignment touches everyone, there are 3 signs positioned to channel this cosmic flow into something deep, transformative, and honestly, unforgettable. And if you're one of them, you need to understand what to do with this energy before the peak moment passes. The cosmic signal that's rewriting your inner world right now. Let me paint the picture for you. Right now, today, March 31st, the moon is moving through the depths of Scorpio, and if you know anything about the moon in Scorpio, you know it already carries an intense, perceptive, almost X-ray quality. The moon in Scorpio doesn't skim the surface. It dives. It senses what's hidden. It feels everything at a level most people never consciously reach. That alone is powerful. But that's not even the main event. Because right now, at 18 degrees, the moon is locking into an exact trine, with Neptune sitting at 18 degrees Pisces. And Neptune isn't just anywhere, it's in Pisces, the sign it rules, the sign where it functions at the absolute highest frequency possible. Neptune in Pisces is like an ocean in its own element, boundless, mystical, dissolving everything that is rigid and separate. It's the energy of spiritual perception, of compassion so wide it has no edges, of creativity that comes not from effort, but from surrender. And right now, in this moment, the moon in Scorpio, that deep emotional radar, is forming a perfect flowing channel directly into that Neptune energy. A trine is a gift. It's 2 forces working together without friction, without resistance, without fighting. What that means for you, right now, tonight, is that the emotional and the spiritual are one. The invisible is closer to the surface than it ever is. Your intuition is not just awake, it's accurate. This is why you've been feeling it already. Here's what I've been noticing. And I've been sitting with this energy all day. There's this feeling of softness underneath everything, like the sharp edges of life have been slightly blurred in the best possible way. Like you're more aware of what you actually feel rather than what you've been telling yourself you feel. That quiet, that depth, that almost liquid quality to the day. That's the Moon-Neptune trine building. See, the moon rules our emotional body, our instincts, our gut responses, our need for intimacy and truth. And Neptune rules the realm beyond the visible. Dreams, psychic sensitivity, soul-level awareness, creative vision, and that transcendent love that doesn't ask for anything in return. When these 2 meet in a trine, and especially at the same exact degree, what happens is this. The boundary between what you consciously know and what you unconsciously sense practically disappears. You start picking up signals from the world around you, from people, from synchronicities, from dreams, from music, from a piece of art, from a stranger's expression, that feel like messages meant specifically for you. And they are. That's not your imagination. That's Neptune speaking directly through the moon's emotional channel. This is the signature of the vision that actually becomes real, the feeling you can't explain but that you know is true, the creative impulse that arrives not from thinking but from somewhere deeper. And here's what I really want you to understand. This energy doesn't come knocking every week. Now, this exact degree trine between the moon in Scorpio and Neptune in Pisces is a rare alignment. It is happening right now, tonight. This is not something you wait for. This is something you receive. But there's a depth to this you need to know about before you drift off into the beautiful haze of this energy and let the night simply wash over you. There's something crucial I want you to understand. And honestly, this was the biggest shift in my own thinking when I started working with Neptune transits consciously. The Moon-Neptune trine is one of the most spiritually open windows the sky offers, but Neptune, even in its most harmonious expression, carries a double nature. On one side, illumination, compassion, psychic clarity, inspired creativity, healing. On the other, escapism, self-deception, blurred boundaries, you losing yourself in a feeling that isn't grounded in truth. The trine makes the energy flow easily, but easily doesn't always mean consciously. If you just float through tonight without any awareness, you might absorb everything and reflect on nothing. You might feel deeply but not understand what you're feeling. You might experience a wave of emotion or inspiration and let it pass without catching what it was trying to show you. So the key with this alignment, and this is where it becomes powerful rather than just pleasant, is intentional receptivity. You have to create space to receive. You have to slow down enough to let the signal come through clearly, because the moon in Scorpio demands truth. It won't let you lie to yourself for long. And Neptune in Pisces has something it's been waiting to show you about your soul, about your creative path, about who you really are beneath all the noise. Does that make sense? The gift of tonight is not something you chase. It's something you become still enough to receive. And if you do that, if you create that intentional stillness, what arrives can genuinely shift the direction of your inner life. The 3 signs about to feel this on a completely different level. All right, here's where it gets specific. While this Moon-Neptune trine is moving through the entire collective today, there are 3 zodiac signs positioned to experience this in a way that goes far beyond subtle. And when I say positioned, I mean this alignment is directly activating the most powerful and personal areas of their chart tonight. The fascinating thing is that this is a water trine. Moon in Scorpio, Neptune in Pisces, both water energy. And because of that, the signs that are going to feel this most intensely are the water signs: Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. If you're one of these 3, tonight is not just emotionally heightened for you. I genuinely believe it's a threshold moment, a before and after. And if you let it pass without paying attention, you'll feel it the next morning like something important slipped through your fingers. Cancer. Your heart knows the truth it's been protecting you from. Cancer, this alignment is activating your deepest emotional core tonight. The moon is your ruling planet, which means every moon transit hits you harder, clearer, and more personally than it hits anyone else. And right now, your ruling moon is in Scorpio, forming a perfect trine with Neptune. That means tonight your emotional intelligence is operating at a frequency most people never access even once in their lifetime. Here's what I think is happening for you right now. There's something you've been feeling about a relationship, about a direction in your life, about a decision you've been circling around that you haven't let yourself fully acknowledge yet, because acknowledging it would require a kind of courage that feels uncomfortable. But the moon in Scorpio doesn't allow avoidance tonight, and Neptune in Pisces is dissolving the walls you built to protect yourself from your own knowing. What that means for you, Cancer, is that the truth you've been sensing beneath the surface is about to become impossible to ignore. And I want you to understand, that's a gift. That's not something to fear. The insight that surfaces tonight isn't coming to destroy something. It's coming to free you. The aligned move for you right now is to stop managing your emotions and start listening to them. Write tonight. Journal. Sit in the quiet and let yourself actually feel what's been asking for your attention. Because what comes through tonight can clarify something you've been confused about for months. And that clarity, that honest Scorpio depth, Neptune-guided emotional clarity, is more valuable than any external event. Scorpio, you're the channel tonight, and what's coming through could change you. Scorpio, the moon is in your sign right now, your sign, at 18 degrees, trining Neptune in Pisces exactly. This is not a transit that's near you. It's you. The sky tonight is using your frequency to transmit something. Here's what I've been thinking about this. Scorpio is the sign of depth, of transformation, awe of what lies beneath the visible surface of life. And right now, with the moon activated in your sign at this exact degree, you are functioning as a receiver for everything Neptune in Pisces wants to communicate to the world. That means your psychic antenna is fully extended tonight. The dreams you have tonight, write them down before you do anything else in the morning. The intuitive flashes you get, trust them. The person who crosses your mind out of nowhere, there's a reason. The creative vision that arrives, don't dismiss it as fantasy. There is a message inside it. The bold and aligned move for you tonight, Scorpio, is to consciously engage with the invisible. Meditate. Create. Allow yourself to go into the depth without needing to understand it rationally first. Because Neptune doesn't communicate through logic, it communicates through symbol, feeling, synchronicity, and image. And in Scorpio energy, those symbols have a precision, a sharpness, a transformative edge that can cut through years of confusion in a single moment of genuine reception. Don't let tonight become just another evening. Let it be the night you listen to something deeper than your mind. Pisces. Neptune is speaking, and it's speaking about you. Pisces. Neptune is your ruling planet. And tonight, at 18 degrees in your sign, it's being directly activated by the moon in a perfect trine. This is your ruler at full power, harmonized, flowing, transmitting everything it knows. Here's what I believe is happening for you right now. And you've been on a long internal journey, something you've been navigating deep inside yourself that most people around you can't fully see or understand. And that journey has felt isolating at times, confusing, like you've been carrying something important that doesn't have words yet. Tonight, the words arrive, or not words, something better than words, a knowing, a sense of direction that doesn't need justification, a feeling that finally settles something in your chest that's been unsettled for too long. The aligned move for you tonight is creative, spiritual, and deeply personal. This is the night to make art that comes from your rawest place, to pray or meditate, or do whatever ritual reconnects you with the part of you that exists beyond ordinary time, to reach out to someone you love and tell them the true thing you've been holding back. Because Neptune at full power in your sign is offering you a direct line to your own soul tonight. That is not a metaphor. That is an astrological fact. And if you receive that transmission consciously, if you stay present for it instead of distracting yourself, what you understand about yourself tonight can become the foundation for the next chapter of your life. What about the other signs? Now, I know some of you watching this aren't Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, and you might be wondering, does this alignment do anything for me tonight? And the answer is yes, completely. This energy touches everyone. But for the other signs, it shows up in more specific, area-focused ways. For fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, tonight's energy is inviting you to slow down enough to feel something you've been burning past. The bold move for you isn't action, it's reception. Let the intuition come through before you act on it. For earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, this trine is softening your edges. It's the universe's invitation to release the grip of control and practicality for one evening and let yourself dream without limits. What vision arrives when you stop trying to make it logical? For air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, this is about emotional intelligence and creative reception. The ideas that come tonight aren't just clever. They're connected to something real. Write them down. Don't analyze them yet. Let them breathe first. Everyone can work with this energy, but you have to know what it's asking of you, and you have to be willing to be still enough to receive it. The window is tonight. Here's what you need to do. Here's what I really want you to walk away understanding. This Moon-Neptune trine is exact right now, today, March 31st. The peak energy is tonight. And the window is specific because the moon moves quickly, and by tomorrow morning this exact connection will have shifted. So you have these hours, right now, tonight, and this is how you use them. Create quiet. Not silence necessarily, but internal quiet. Put your phone down for 20 minutes. Sit somewhere that feels safe. Let yourself feel what's present, not what you think you should feel. Not what you've told yourself is the situation, but what's actually moving beneath the surface of your day. And then listen, because Neptune in Pisces at this degree, in trine with the moon in Scorpio, is transmitting something to anyone willing to receive it. Something about your path, about your heart, about the part of your life that's been waiting for you to stop rushing and finally pay attention. I genuinely believe you are going to look back on tonight and remember it. Not because something dramatic happened externally, but because something shifted internally that was necessary. This is the night the fog lifts slightly. This is the night your soul whispers clearly. This is the night you stop asking what you want and finally feel what you know. If you stayed all the way to the end of this, thank you. I mean it. It means something that you're here, paying attention to this, taking your inner life seriously enough to show up for it. If this video resonated with you, if you felt something watching it, I genuinely love it if you subscribed, because there's so much more of this kind of work coming, and I want you to be here for it. And drop a comment below. Tell me, are you one of the 3 water signs? What are you feeling today? What's been surfacing for you? I read everything, and I love hearing from you. Take care of yourself tonight, and I'll see you in the next one.